What's up, everybody? Today I have my last Cobra Kai Season 4 episode Dream Plot. Yes, episode 10. My Season 4 Dream Plot series is finished. So if you have already have not, make sure you leave your comments down below on any dream plots and, in that video, for example, Cobra Kai Season 4 Episode 8 Dream Plot video. Leave your dream plot up for that episode in that video for that episode, please. And make sure you know whether or not, if you are caught up and you have not, you got a lot of catching up to do. I'll say because this is the last video after you watch this video, but make sure you leave your comments down below on whether or not you thought my Cobra Kai Season 4 better, if you are caught up, or what you most likely realistically think will happen is really going to be together. And without further ado, let's get into it and leave any thoughts, predictions you might have about realistic Cobra Kai Season 4. So yeah, like I said, Netflix subscription, a little extended. I need to extend a little bit, just to get my point across on what I'm talking about. That's obviously more interesting, but this episode is going to have a lot of plots. Because the last episode, I'm going to brief detail what I would like for everything to happen. A little bit beyond brief, obviously. But, we're just going to, say what, the description of everything, all the things that I would like to happen, for Season 5, which I'm praying there will be a Season 5. And I do think there will be what we will be left off going into Season 5 and what the hype will give us. So without further ado, let's get into this last dream plot. So glad it's almost over. Nah, not really. I've had a fun time doing this. But before I, spoil it, let's get into it. Alright, Cobra Kai Season 4, Episode 10, the All Valley has rolled around. And, backtracking a little bit, yes, Samantha will fight in this All Valley. She will become a woman. She'll overcome her fear of Tori again, just like it's Season 3, Episode 10. And she will, after the bruise soul that Tori will make on her, and she will fight in the tournament. So all fighters will be fighting in the tournament. And during the tournament, I think there's going to be a lot of incidents that happen. I'm probably going to say, if it's my dream plot, if it was up to me, the final four would honestly be, at this point, because I want to see Dimitri join Cobra Kai, I would honestly say Dimitri versus Hawk in the semifinals, and Robbie versus Samantha in the semifinals. Yeah, I think Tori's probably going to do something bad to Samantha again because she's always going to be angry at her, but especially now after the little brother incident that I explained that I want to see this happen. So this is my Cobra Kai Season 4. Tori gets disqualified. She's out. It's probably going to happen anyway without the little brother incident, which, is kind of unlikely to happen, honestly, in my opinion, this scene. But you never know, if they will meet or not. But yeah, Tori gets disqualified. Samantha gets promoted to the semifinals, Final Four, and she faces Robbie, which is obviously one of her biggest rivals now as well. They face off. Inevitably, Robbie probably wins 3-2, and Dimitri versus Hawk. I think Hawk will shut Dimitri down and give him, humble him after, he has finally become cocky after all these seasons and wanting to see him change, which we obviously know they're going to do, and I really think it's going to take place this season. It's, I don't know if the change is going to lead into Cobra Kai, but it is possible, and that's what I would honestly like to see because, Cobra Kai needs an extra, handyman character, and right now, Kyler, you're thinking, what's the point of him coming back? He's afraid of everybody, but yeah, Dimitri's going to be just like Robbie, seeking revenge on everybody and learn that, especially from Robbie. They're going to have alliance, but Hawk crushes Dimitri 3-1, and Robbie and Hawk go to the finals, and Hawk, inevitably, the good guys win, luckily. Hawk wins the tournament, but, in the round of 8, Miguel faced Robbie. And I want to see this happen. 2 episodes before, in Season 4, Episode 8, I said that Johnny and Carmen would finally get married after making these plans in that episode. I want to see it happen kind of late in the season, because I want to kind of do like the first season of shows usually do. They change something, and they're like, oh, I guess we're not going to get to see that anymore, but then they change it really bad within 1 to 2 episodes. It's really quick. So kind of how like Season 1 of this show actually worked. And they've been doing this with Johnny and Carmen for so long, so here's what I want to see happen. I want to see Carmen get really, really mad when she finds out. I want them to say that they don't know that Robbie is Johnny's son. I want them to say they don't know that. They might know that Johnny has a son, but they have no idea about him. And when she sees and recognizes that face from the news and recognizes that name from the first tournament, obviously, she runs down there immediately and tells Miguel she cannot fight. Or he cannot fight. What am I thinking? He cannot fight. And all of a sudden, Robbie sees this as an opportunity to embarrass Johnny and everything like that. And, when Carmen, he knows that Carmen and Johnny are together, and that's a big way that he gets back at his dad. And Carmen leaves Johnny and does not want Miguel around Johnny anymore. And that would leave a big implication going into Season 4, or Season 5, from season 4, just like season 2 did for season 3. We didn't exactly know if Miguel was going to die or not. If he did survive, we did not know what the whole interaction. It's what Carmen said to Johnny at the end of season 2. I never want to see you again. What the interaction between their families would be. So they break up again, and now Johnny is pissed at Robbie. Obviously, he still will always love him and try to have him in his life, but he is left with nothing. It'll be that kind of sad ending for Johnny, just like at the end of season 2, except for the fact that they won the All Valley. And Johnny will be so distraught, even if Hawk wins, they lose it. So this leaves Cobra Kai in the position that, due to Kreese's promise and, bringing Silver along in the mix, and I do want Mike Barnes obviously to be with Miyagi, though. Maybe, Mike Barnes, maybe Johnny, gets so mad, like, right then he leaves and doesn't even care, about what happens at the tournament. That's something I might like to see Daniel and Mike Barnes, team up together, since they've been in this situation, before, and Johnny has it, what this tournament's based around, which obviously, revolves more around the Karate Kid 3, because it's the second tournament, Cobra Kai repeating itself from the Karate Kid movies. And, Johnny's not there, and, Hawk ends up, beating Robbie, so Johnny's left with nothing. Though Daniel, obviously, though, is really upset with the outcome of what happened to Johnny and feels really bad for him and everything like that. And, then this is something I do want to happen. I've never talked about this character before. I've never talked about this movie before. And I think you know where I'm going with this already before I even say it. Julie Pierce appears at the end of Cobra Kai Season 4. And we're going to say, just like Carmen, not knowing about Robbie, that Daniel does not know who Julie Pierce is. But Julie Pierce, as we heard Mr. Miyagi talk about Daniel's son in the next Karate Kid movie, to Julie Pierce, knows Daniel, and they come in connection. And, obviously Daniel's left in a bad state after what happens in the tournament, and there's all kinds of drama. Cobra Kai, they might not leave. That's something I would like, because obviously we don't want their dojo shut down. They refuse to leave after their tournament. So, we might stick to see if they see that promise, but that would be what would really, lead, it would, kind of need to avoid Daniel being so depressed over, a negative impact against someone else, which would obviously be Johnny, that he's close with now, but a negative impact against him. And that brings something, back, of Miyagi for Daniel. And Julie Pierce, I really honestly like the next Karate Kid, and I would love to see Julie Pierce come back. It's ruled for a long time, not as Tori's mother, because obviously she's going to die, if that's the case. Most likely. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure you leave your comments down below. If you have any thoughts or predictions that you would like to say about Cobra Kai Season 4 that you have, leave your comments down below what you think of this dream plot, whether or not there's another one you would like to see for Cobra Kai Season 4, Episode 10. Better outcome going into Season 5. Make sure you leave your... I'm pretty sure I know one probably about Johnny and Miguel, separating, but, that's just... That would lead, a lot of hype. You got to think about it that way, too. Make sure you leave your comments down below now that I'm finished, whether or not you would like to see my Cobra Kai Season 4, me written the show, whether you'd rather me have written the show, or what you most likely, which is what most of us obviously likely think is most realistically having Cobra Kai Season 4. Make sure you leave any comments down below about any dream plots you have in that episode for that dream plot. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure you leave a like if you did. Share this video if you can. Need all the views I can get. Moving on to just regular videos after this. Share this video if you can. I'm sure someone out there who person who need like to see this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you already not. And check out my other videos there or not. Need all the views I can get. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. So take care. Peace to the Cobra Kai Season 4 Dream Plot series. And I'm ready for Season 4. And I wish my God I could be writing Cobra Kai Season 4.